There is not a certain fact in concern of who painted this picture. Some specialists say that by the technique and the style used in the painting, it could be from Sebastián Mainardi or Jacobo Zelai. Both of them lived in Florence during the 15th century. As we all know, the 15th century, it was in Italy. It was characterized because it was the first step into the modern age. This period of time was called and is called nowadays the Renaissance. During this time also the European culture was expanded due to the many travels and explorations. This changed the human perspective of culture and religion in other societies. During this period also the technological advances modified the labor sphere, the working class, and even the arts were influenced by this. For example, with the creation of printing, the production level of written products increased so fast that the circulation was more and more frequent. It is important to say that during this period, art products were inspired in the importance of human nature, the beauty through balance, the naturalism, and religion, of course. Before we analyze the composition of this painting, we have to make clear that it is an evident example of the Renaissance period because we can clearly see the religious influence. So in terms of the content of the picture, we can see that it was created to express something, especially due to the period of time, the religious pictures and the religious ways to talk to the people had to have a message. So the religious paintings did not show a simple image without a special message, because as we all know, religion was the center of the society of this time. So it's important to talk about the little details in the background of the picture, because maybe in that time or age this might haven't been something very relevant, but nowadays it's a complete mystery. Actually, the painting has aroused many conspiracy theories about the object above. As we can see, there is something very curious about this picture. In the upper right part of it, we can see a flying object and what seems to be a man and a dog. We can see also that they are looking right into it. Some people say that it may be an UFO and that the life out of our planet has always been able to reach to the Earth. It is a very polemic image, and especially due to the date of its creation. Also, another thing that makes people think about an alien theory is that the man that is looking at the object, it's covering his face with his arm, and it makes people think that the light that is coming from the flying object might be bothering his eyes, so he has to do this movement. This tells us that whatever is up in the sky that was painted in this picture in that exact moment has a lot of energy in form of light. In terms of composition, we can see that it is a balanced picture because the elements are all well distributed. Pictorially, we can say that the relationship between the figure and the background, it's balanced because we can perceive which things are further in the background and which things are closer. Additionally, this also determines the hierarchy, that it is about the things that are more relevant in the picture. Also, in terms of colors, for the art of the 15th century, the color red meant a sign of authority and Christian charity. So we can see that the color red is kind of the center of the picture. The deep blue represented chastity, and the brown colors that we can see in a general picture, in many parts of the picture, represents the worldliness, the things that are part of the earth, the things that are mundane. My reflection about this picture is that it's a very curious one because it mixes two relevant elements: the religion and also the things that are unexplainable. I found it so difficult to think how much trouble we are into nowadays, trying to explain, trying to understand the universe, and how in that period of time, the 15th century, they just seemed to saw that kind of things and just included them in their paintings, in their art. It makes me wonder maybe if they knew something about it, and it is why they saw it as something completely normal. It makes me think that maybe the message that they wanted to give to the people um, included the existence of something that doesn't live on the earth.